Now, in today's video, I'm going to be going through specifically how to handle objections for clients for leads this time of the year, being the lead up to Christmas, festive season, New Year's, how to handle objections of people saying, hey, I might wait or start later, and how to close more high-ticket clients this time of the year. Now, it's a common question I get from trainers, from coaches all around the world, and it is a common objection that you've probably experienced in the past, whether it's in your face-to-face business, your gym, or your online business. Now, a lot of people, a lot of prospects seem to anchor the Christmas period, the New Year period to like a festive season, right? Where they go, okay, this is my time where I can kind of let my hair down, celebrate the year, and kind of let myself loose, right? Let everything go. And then in the new year, on New Year's Eve, I'll have this new found New Year's resolution, this massive motivation, and I'll hit the ground running then and make the next year amazing. So much so that some people who have had a bad year will kind of go, you know what, it's not worth starting now because this year's been a write-off, and I may as well just, keep the negative spin of this year, and then in the new year, January 1, I'm going to reset. I'm going to change my life. This year was a write-off. I just wanted to pass. Next year, I'm going to make it the year of my life. Now, in reality, I guess it ties to people, having parties, has people having holidays, and also, all of the foods and all of that around, all of the traps, right? And you've probably experienced that with your prospects before, and as a result, you'll think that it is across the board. Everybody thinks this is just what happens, this is what it's done, and there's no way that you can have big Decembers. Now, I want to let you know what is possible and break any belief pattern you have around this. Now, every single year, I hear from people time and time again who don't have a successful or a systemized business to bring in clients, bring in leads in a predictable and consistent way, say that December's a tough time. I have to save my cash, I'm buying presents, clients drop off, so on and so forth. And year on year, I have clients who have record months in December. Now, they have record months in January as well. We all know New Year's resolution crowd goes nuts, whatever it might be. But record months in December. And I would say there's kind of two reasons for that. One, they have the systems, the predictability, the skill set, right, already built and in place. They have that working for them. And so leads and hungry clients keep dropping in, right? So they have opportunity, which feeds them. The second part to that is, I would almost say that the majority of the industry go to sleep at this time, right? The majority, and that's what I was talking about before, the majority of people have this concrete belief that prospects don't buy, clients don't buy, leads don't buy in the lead up to Christmas. So they just go to sleep. And those that don't and have the right systems in place absolutely crush and have record months, because like 99% of their competition just disappear, right? So that their message gets heard louder, there's less noise to cut through, their advertising or their organic works phenomenally better, and the system's predictable, so everything just drip feeds in, and anyone that they would be competing with in any way, shape or form is disappeared, right? Now, in addition to that, you need to also know, so from a opportunity volume perspective, it's a phenomenal time of the year for those reasons I've just talked about. Now, you need to have your systems, you need to have the predictable formats in place to be able to take advantage of it, right? But at the same time, when those leads come through, you need to know how to handle the objections of this time of the year that are ingrained in a lot of leads or prospects. Now, you'll get some that come through who are just like, I want to get a jump start on the new year, and I'm so motivated, and they're just chasing to hunt you, and there'll be no objections whatsoever. Now, you also get the portion that have objections around moving forward. They're like, I want to do this, I know I want to do this, but maybe I'll start till the first week of January, right? And your job as a coach, as someone to actually have impact and help your clients' lives, is to show them the negative of doing that. Show them how bad it will be for them doing that, going that path. Right now, what I mean by that is, let's just say you speak to someone December 2, right? And they're a great lead. You can change their life, and they're like, "Yep, I want to do it, but let me do this. You know what I'm going to do? Let's do this in January because I'm going to take some, let my hair go. And every single year, I'm not that motivated, and I kind of pack on a couple of kilos or feel terrible or whatever it might be, and just let myself go. And then in January, I tighten the screws and get back onto the wagon. Now, it is your job as a coach, a true coach who wants to help people and change lives, to show them how much harder their goal will be if they do that. Now, what you want to do is kind of take them through, okay, cool, hear loud and clear, that's what you want to do, that's what you're thinking, that's what you've done probably every single year in the past. And just because it's what they've done, that's what they're comfortable with, that's what they know. Now, you've got to try and break their belief. You've got to try and challenge them to think about it in a different way and go, okay, well, what about if you keep doing what you've always done, you will keep getting the same result. There's a reason you're not where you want to be yet, right? So to get a different result, to get the outcome of where you want to be, because you're not there yet, you need to do something different, right? And you can almost, like, if it's a weight loss goal or whatever it might be, you can kind of paint the picture of, all right, well, over a month and over this period, it is like actually the most dangerous part of the year, right? For those who want to improve their fitness, their health, whatever it might be. It is the most dangerous part of the year, with traps everywhere. You need to be equipped, and you need the accountability, you need the help, you need the support to navigate this very dangerous period. And if you don't, and you don't have the tools, the coaching, the help, the accountability, the skill set to navigate this period, then more than likely where you are today, if you just let yourself go, come January 1, like your goal might be to, I don't know, they might say they want to lose 10 kilos, right? You want to show them how hard it is to lose an extra 3, 4, 5 kilos, and say, right, like if you just let yourself go through this period, is the most dangerous period of the year, more than likely January 1, you're going to feel like crap, which tie it back to the previous years. You ask them, in the previous years when you start, do you feel like crap because you've kind of overeaten, you've done this, you've done that, your digestive system sluggish, so on and so forth, and you generally put on a couple of kilos or pounds. And how long it takes to get back to where they are today before they can even start moving towards the goal they want to. So rather than having to lose 10, they're now going to have to lose 13, 14, 15, right? And reset their digestive system and all that sort of stuff, depending on what you coach on, their metabolism. And it actually will take them this much more period to lose the extra that they've gained, rather than just starting where they are. And tying it into, like I said, the most dangerous part of the year, and saying, all right, I will help you avoid the traps. Now, I'm not going to, and no one's going to say, and no one's going to want to hear, hey, I'm going to help you avoid having fun over this period. But if you can communicate to them that, hey, I'm going to help you avoid the traps, I'm also going to allow you to live your life and show you techniques and ways to mitigate the impact, so you can still let your hair down, have fun, but you've mitigated your risk. You will reduce the negative impact. I'm going to help you avoid the traps that you want to avoid, enjoy the things you want to enjoy, but then show you how to tighten things up afterwards to mitigate the negative, right? So that come January 1, you'll be where you are today. We can hit the ground running. We can get you moving forward, rather than being worse than where you are today, or even in better shape January 1, so that you can get to your results and your goals even sooner, even faster, right? So it's about going through it's painting the picture of how bad it will be if they don't move forward today and they wait, right? What will they lose what will be the negative of starting here rather than starting today. All right, paint that picture, make it very, very clear. In addition to that, make sure that you're very, very clear that you're not going to be like, um, you're not going to be a fun police, right? You're not going to say, hey, I'm going to help you say no to everything over this period and lock yourself inside and have the worst festive period ever. What you want to show to them is, hey, I'm going to show you how to avoid the key traps, right? The ones that you want to avoid, and how to mitigate the risk or the downside so that you can do stuff, have fun, enjoy yourself, but not get the negative flow on from it, right? And that way it's going to make them go, cool, I can still have fun. I can still do the things I want. This person's not going to be a fun police to me, but I'm going to be in better shape, better place, and ultimately get to my goal sooner or faster. Now, the final piece to it is some people might say, I'm going to go away on holidays. I might not have access to whatever I need to do. Having a portion, like being an online coach, once again, rather than an in-person coach, or if you are an in-person coach and you have clients that go away, having an online coaching format, right, where you can kind of hybrid them between the breaks so that, hey, rather than pause your coaching for 2 or 3 weeks when you go away, because I won't be able to see you face to face, we can work together online over that period and do all the things that I just talked about before. Make sure that you hit the ground running, and then when you come back, we can work together in person again, or a hybrid of in person online. It's a really great time to be able to A, transition your in-person clients to online, and B, not get the drop in income that comes when in-person clients say, hey, I'm going on holidays, so I can't see you, so I can't get your service, so I can't pay you. I'll see you again in 3 weeks' time, right? And that's definitely a period where a lot of in-person trainers take a hit financially and just assume, because that's what they've done before, that that's what has to happen now. That is the perfect way to go, hey, I can work with you online over that period, keep you in track, right? And then you can do whatever you want to do with them thereafter. It's the perfect way to offset or not get that loss of income and not get your clients to go backwards. So you're actually helping them more, right? And once again, if you're a coach and you want to help people, that should be your goal. And it's a great way to introduce in-person clients to an online format so that when they come back, you can start to reduce your time for money one-on-one stuff. So hopefully that all makes sense. Hopefully these techniques you can take into the coming weeks ahead. Probably the final piece I would say is if someone says, hey, I'm going to have a week off, I don't want to do online during that period, I don't want to do anything, and I want to start later as a result because I don't want to miss out or I don't want to pay for that, you can always give someone like a week extra, right? If you say, hey, if you get started today, I'll give you a week extra, and that way, if you take a week off, you're not paying for it, but you're kind of locking them in today rather than having it as a objection and them going, okay, well, I'm going to go away for a week, so I may as well start after I get back from the holiday, and that's in 4 weeks' time, right? You can always have that in your back pocket as well. It's about reducing objections, finding someone you can help who wants help, right? And then reducing objections to get them to move forward to change their life, ultimately. Hopefully that makes sense. Take action on some of those tips over the coming weeks, and you will see that December's can actually be record months for in-person and online coaches as well. So ripping on that. Let me know how you go on December. If you've got any questions on that, you need any help with anything, you can email me at chris@tribefit.co. That's chris@tribefit.co. And I'm happy to come back on that as well. And like I said, get your hands on any of the gifts. If you can't see them or you're seeing this video on a different platform, email me and I can send through some of those gifts as well. I'd be happy to help. That's it from me. Chris from Tribefit, dialing out. Bye for now.